If you and I were just to meet, I might ask you some questions like, where do you live? How long have you lived there? Will you consider a move, if necessary? Well into his assessments of life and how we live it, the wise King Solomon makes this observation. He said, "People leave this world no better off than when they came. All their hard work is for nothing, like working for the wind. Throughout their lives," he said, "they live under a cloud, frustrated, discouraged, and angry." That's found in Ecclesiastes 5, verses 16 and 17. Did you catch it? Some of us, according to Solomon, are apparently living under a cloud. Now the question is, how can I know if that's me? Well, Solomon offers 3 indicators that a person is living under a cloud. First of all, ask myself the question, got frustration? If I'm going through life with the needle on the mood meter pegging out in the frustrated zone, my address is under a cloud. Ask myself the question, feeling down? Now to be sure, life has its ups and downs. Discouragement happens when the balance scales of my life tip heavy with downs. That leads to discouragement and living under a cloud. Another question that Solomon talked about in that verse was anger. He said, why so angry? That's a question we ought to ask ourselves. You see, anger is unresolved frustration or disappointment. Yes, frustration is the normal experience of an average life, and I'm guessing we're all pretty average. But if I'm not resolving my frustration, the anger level is rising higher and higher each year, and probably my blood pressure, which means, according to Solomon, I am living under a cloud. Tragically, Solomon notices that some people throughout their lives live under a cloud. Will you? Will I live here forever? Or will we consider a relocation? It may not be as difficult a move as we think. Let's start by changing our address to 1 Peter 5:7. Go ahead, check it out. And when we change that to our new address, the forwarding order to our new address will stamp the packages of frustration, discouragement, and anger with return to sender. Can I encourage you to join me today in some extended time of prayer? And let's let God help us live somewhere else besides living under a cloud.